Jeremy Martin came into the 2016 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship as the two-time defending 250 class champion, carrying expectations of continuing his dominance. But in the opening 3 rounds of 2016, Jeremy carried little of the form he displayed the previous 2 seasons.
Jeremy Martin has got back to 9th, so clearly a mistake from him, and he's struggling right now. Forkner has taken 3rd place away from Jeremy Martin. Still a so-so start to the season for your defending champ, so he's going to have to rally.
His body is not where it was last year, and that leads to his mind's not where it was last year. I've seen him win 2 in a row. Kind of sucks to see people doubting him.
After struggling through his first 2 seasons as a professional, Joey Savatgy filled the role of 2016 Series points leader, going into round 4 at High Point Raceway, reigniting a battle for supremacy between Martin and Savatgy that has lasted for over a decade.
With Savatgy, I respect him as a racer. I wouldn't go and get dinner with him.
Joey's grown up beating all these guys. At the amateur level, Joey won a lot of those titles that Jeremy wanted to get. Jeremy Martin never won Loretta's titles because Joey won them all. And I think there was a lot of animosity there between the 2 of them.
Suspension looks good, numbers look good. I think all the changes were in the right direction.
Amidst his early struggles in 2016, Jeremy Martin made the decision to stop working with his trainer and move his preparation during the week from California to his family's property in Millville, Minnesota. For the first 1.5 years of his professional career, Jeremy trained and won titles at Ricky Carmichael's farm in Tallahassee, Florida, but made a decision to leave when Ricky brought in trainer Clint Friesen and his longtime disciple, Joey Savatgy. For Martin, it no longer made sense, as he would be paying thousands to train with this competition.
It's not easy to take 2 guys who are a threat to each other and say, hey, okay, let's play nice now. It's hard enough to go on race day and have to deal with everybody, but then come back home when you're sitting there staring your biggest competition in the face. It's a tough line to walk.
I made an investment to go to the Carmichael farm. I hired a trainer and a mechanic. I was fully tapped out. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was ready for a little bit of a change. We've got a national caliber track in my backyard. I've got 4 or 5 tracks on our property, and I can do anything I want.
It sucks, it's business. It doesn't change my opinion about Jeremy. We had a great relationship. I have a lot of respect for him. He's definitely a grinder.
In 2014, no one expected Jeremy to come out winning motocross races the way he did because he was dominant as an amateur rider, but not perfect. Jeremy's success at the pro level is more because he's just an overachiever. He's gonna make sure he works harder than anybody's ever dreamed about working in the class. And at an amateur level, it doesn't really do you any good. It's a 5-lap race. It's pretty much all about starts. As a team manager, we have to try to get him to calm down a little bit on how hard he works.
It's very safe to say that I have won 2 outdoor national championships and still get doubted. I always was the underdog growing up. I just came out of nowhere and I avoid the spotlight. I just want to be gnarly on a dirt bike and be known for when I get on the track that, dude, that guy, like when you watch him ride, like, wow, look at that. That's good. That's fine enough. I'll just let that do the talking.
Round 4, the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, the Red Bull High Point National.
First couple years when Jeremy just runs away from everybody and just clobbers everybody, you're like, man, what do we got to do to get there, And to see him finally do it's really gratifying. He's grown and matured a lot as a racer, and he's ready to take this thing all the way to the end. All right, bud, go get him, okay? Love you. Don't take no from nobody. Go out there and take it.
Cooper Webb and Jeremy Martin, I'd say, were the overwhelming favorites coming in. Who would have thought by round 4 we'd be talking about Joey Savatgy? This guy is legit. This guy is for real.
The battle of the red plate, the points leader. We've seen it being passed around 3 rounds in a row. Is someone going to grab it and hold on to it?
The only other time Savatgy came into a race with the points lead, the pressure seemed to be more than he could handle, racing far off of the pace of the leaders. In the first moto at High Point, Jeremy Martin was in the top 3 the entire race, while Joey started in 10th and then crashed when trying to advance to 5th, bringing memories of frustration into the minds of his supporters.
I don't even know what he's doing. I don't think he jumped this triple one lap this whole moto. Those guys are running 05s and he's running 08s. You can't win a championship riding like that.
And you can see Jeremy Martin, for all the struggles, for all of his admission that he doesn't have the fitness that he'd like to have, this moto ends, he could be the points leader.
Good job, buddy.
Never got going, man. Turtle speed. Between the motos, I told him, you can't ride like that if you want to win the championship. At that point, we were 1 point behind Jeremy. Told him, you know, be a little bit more selective of your lines. Ricky talked to him.
The option bump, you need to be 3 over. You need to be on the outside run there, hit it, and you can flow around.
In his 10-year professional career, Ricky Carmichael won 10 outdoor national championships, in part because he was better than any other rider at making adjustments to his racing lines and suspension in between the two motos on race day. Access to this wisdom may be one of the greatest advantages of training at the farm.
I will grade myself as far as a riding coach. I'm gonna sit here and tell you I'm not a 10, but when it comes to race strategy and race approach, I'm easily a 10. That's where my benefit is, especially to somebody like Joey.
After Moto 1 at High Point, Jeremy held a 1-point lead over Savatgy in the championship, making the second moto of the day the deciding factor in who would carry the red plate the following weekend.
Let's get in that zone, just like at home. We're gonna kill them. We're gonna kill them, huh? He hasn't been 100% these first 3 rounds, and he's still right there. So that's why I have no problem believing in him. Just needs to get him to start, ride like he knows how to ride. Go!
It's practically an instant replay of the first start as Jeremy Martin has it, but the difference, Adam Cincerillo with a better jump in this one, and he goes around the outside of J. Martin to grab the lead. Little mistake from Jeremy Martin, and he's gonna have to deal with Savatgy now. Oh, Savatgy.
He just moved Martin out of the way. What a beautiful pass.
Joey Savatgy made an aggressive move on Jeremy Martin to take over second. Savatgy's not messing around, he's going after AC.
What is going on? That's puking coolant. 2-time defending champion is smoking.
I don't know if the bike is going to be able to hold on, and it has turned midnight for Jeremy Martin. It's expired. His bike is done, and he is mad because he is going to score 0 points in this moto. We go back to our leader, Joey Savatgy, been dealing with pressure, heavy pressure, but he just rallied. He's going to have 3 wins in 4 races. Joey Savatgy wins at High Point.
Way to go, buddy. Did it. Jeremy DNF'd.
I was definitely pretty gutted. I mean, even with how my performances have really kind of been the first half of the season, if I would have gone 2-3 or 2-4 at High Point, I would have still been right there in the championship hunt, if not possibly right there on the bubble of taking over the red plate.
I mean, it's my bike, it broke, so yeah, I'm responsible. I mean, it hurts. It hurts. I mean, it's a lot of points, you know, and Savatgy's been pretty consistent.
I told him, you know, I said, I couldn't be any more proud of you, man. You're doing it. Right now, you're the guy, you know, so keep hammering away at it and don't change anything you're doing and keep it going.
Jeremy Martin left High Point 24 points behind Savatgy, and regardless of the unfortunate cause of his large deficit, Martin's hopes of obtaining a slot on an elite factory team will be seriously damaged if he is unable to stage an assault on the title.
People are doubting him because of his results. Ultimately, you know, you think you'd be guaranteed a spot and a good position on a team because you had 2 past championships, but you're only as good as your last race. If you don't show up to race right now, it's gonna hurt you.